Yes, at some point, India has been defeated, though not for want of resistance. And in fact, you see, in the case of Islamic invasions, of course, India has held out very long. You see, in the beginning, it took a number of campaigns before the Arabs could conquer Sindh. And even that was only a very peripheral part of India. Then after a while they were chased back out. And then it took some time before they could conquer Lahore, first Afghanistan, then Lahore, and then from there Muhammad Ghori really conquered a serious part of India in 1192. That's already 500 years later than the first invasion. And then it still took some time before they could conquer the rest. Gujarat, Orissa they hardly ever conquered. Then ultimately Vijayanagar, another few centuries later. Even then they hadn't reached the south. So India held out pretty well, So I mean, all compliments, compared to Persia, which was conquered in one generation, or Egypt, which was conquered in one go with one battle. India has done very well. But yes, ultimately, you see, they had to admit that at sometimes, you see, Islamic forces were stronger. Though against them, India also managed to reconquer with Shivaji, with the Peshwas. Then came England, but even England wasn't so strong because, you see, India is strong, but not always strong against everyone. So it was defeated by England. But then England itself, your enemy, also has its own enemies. It was greatly weakened by Germany. It could not withstand the pressure from America and the Soviet Union that wanted decolonization. And India itself, of course, grew stronger. It had all these trained men from the British Indian Army in the Second World War. It had shown what it could do with Subhash Bose, the naval mutiny and so on. So all kinds of forces worked against Britain, and Britain gave in because they understood that they couldn't win the war anymore if they had wanted a war. So I mean, this is reality. There is an equation of forces, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But on the whole, I think India did well, and did not prove so very weak. In fact, I can enumerate a number of factors of weakness, like all this caste division that everybody talks about, that would help India lose those wars, and yet they won them. And so I think India has given proof of a lot of bravery and a lot of skill. Not every skill. Sometimes they lost, but still, you see, they did very well, and ultimately they won through.